big skiing problem, reads a t-shirt that dangles from a lone hanger at the Franconia village store. It is as much a definition of this small town as the village store itself. The store is rustic. Wood panels line the walls, a small deli counter resides at the back of the store, and a single checkout line with a wooden counter sits close to the entrance. A bulletin board with news clippings about the community, pictures and notes from the store's regular customers, hangs near the coffee makers. The store, like Franconia, is small and simple, but not without character. The store is a classic component of Franconia, but it's the locals that pass through that give it that real small-town charm. Every morning, Steve Heath welcomes Franconia as he flips the open-close sign on the door. Steve is the store's owner. He has bushy gray eyebrows and a permanent smile on his face. As Steve prepares the store for the opening, he awaits his customers, who are also his friends. Steve will never just tell you thanks and have a good day once he's rung up your items. He'll ask you how you are and how your mother and father are doing, and how's your brother in college? Is he still playing basketball? But now in the early morning, Steve stands behind the counter and waits as Franconia comes to him. Every weekday morning, a group of men drink Franconia in their coffee. These middle-aged men gather at the village store for their daily dose of caffeine and some small-town gossip. They're carpenters, teachers, they are firefighters, they are local business owners, and yet they all converge here. On a cold morning, they leave their cars running, turn their collars up, and trudge through the snow into the store's warmth. A quick pick-me-up, as well as some engaging conversation awaits them inside. The men stand in a circle drinking their coffee. They chuckle and chat, and one by one they venture out to their cars again, going their separate ways. Around midday, Rusty saunters into the store. Rusty carries Franconia in his backpack. Wherever he goes, Rusty carries Franconia with him. He is the local of all locals. He embodies the spirit of our small town. One of the many faded hippies who resides in Franconia, Rusty has a long white beard, and on any given day can be found wandering into the village store, wearing a plaid button-down over a tie-dye t-shirt. Everyone, yes everyone, knows who Rusty is. He worked at a local bookstore and doesn't own a car. When asked why not, he'll tell you he doesn't want one, because he doesn't need one. He walks wherever he needs to go, and most of the time other Franconians will stop to give him a ride. He has become a symbol. He's rugged, but not materialistic, and in this way he opposes popular culture, something that Franconia seems far removed from as well. Although he's individualistic and very independent, he relies on the kindness of strangers and the connections of our tightly knit town. Every time he hitches a ride. In the afternoon, skiers breathe Franconia. The mountain closes at 4 p.m., and it's around this time that ski boots come clunking in through the village store's door. As the door swings open, the bells jingle, and fresh, cold, crisp air flows through the aisles. Children in bulky snow outfits and teens with the hippest snowboarding jackets and adults in all gear thump in. Their cheeks are pink and their faces are raw, and some even have a goggle tan. These are the locals, the tough, the rugged, and the passionate. These skiers come to buy snacks or beer and prepare to unwind for the night, only to wake up early and hit the slopes again tomorrow. At the end of the day is when the mountains turn purple in the sunset and the valley gives way to a blanket of stars. The village store closes and Franconia falls asleep. It is at this moment that we realize how we're all connected. The faded hippies, the ski bums, the outdoorsmen, and the average Joes. Every one of us shares a bond. Every one of us calls this unique place home. And chances are we've all wandered into the village store once or twice. We are all Franconia.